Question number 151. Mark the incorrect statement with respect to humans. And the very first statement given is, jaundice is yellowing of skin and eye due to increase in level of bile pigments in blood. And this is a correct statement, so cannot be a correct answer to our question. This is a direct line from your NCERT book. Jaundice is yellowing of skin and eye due to increase in level of bile pigments in blood. The next statement given is, fluid from cystic duct, that is bile duct, is rich in bilirubin? Yes. Sodium taurocholate? Yes. Lipase and potassium glycocolate. This is an incorrect statement and is a correct answer to our question, because fluid from cystic duct is rich in bilirubin, sodium taurocholate and potassium glycolate, but not in lipase. Lipase is an enzyme, and we know that bile lacks digestive enzymes. Our third statement is, though cecum harbors symbiotic microorganisms, no significant digestion occurs in large intestine. And as it's a correct statement, so cannot be the correct answer to our question. Our last statement given is, Stenson's duct releases secretions of parotid gland into buccal cavity. And as it is also a correct statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. As you can see here, this is a diagram which is given in your NCERT book. This is parotid gland, a salivary gland, and this is the duct of parotid gland, which is known as Stenson's duct. This parotid gland is present outside the buccal cavity, but the opening of this duct is into the buccal cavity. So this is a correct statement. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 152. The correct sequence of layers in the wall of alimentary canal from lumen to outside is, and this is a diagrammatic representation of transverse section of gut which is given in your NCERT book, and we have to move from lumen to outside, and the correct sequence would be from lumen, then the next would be mucosa, followed by submucosa, then third would be inner circular, fourth would be outer longitudinal, and last would be serosa. Now let's discuss the options first. The first option given is serosa, and this is an incorrect option. As you can see here, that it must start from mucosa to serosa and not from serosa to mucosa. The next option given is mucosa followed by submucosa, yes, then inner circular muscle, outer longitudinal muscle and serosa. And as it's a correct sequence, so this is a correct answer to our question. Let's discuss other options also. The third sequence given is serosa followed by submucosa, so this is an incorrect option. And the last option given is from mucosa to serosa. This is an incorrect sequence because mucosa is followed by submucosa and not by serosa. So this is also an incorrect option. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 153. Vomiting is a reflex action controlled by the center located in. And this is a direct question from your NCERT book, and the correct answer is medulla oblongata, because vomiting center is located in medulla oblongata. On the other hand, the other three options, that is Pons region of brain, hypothalamus and pituitary gland, are not the centers for this vomiting reflex action. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 154. Read some characteristics of an enzyme isolated from living tissues of animals. And the characteristics given are: extracellular enzyme shows optimum activity at 37 degrees centigrade. Then it is most effective at pH 7.8 and catalyzes hydrolysis of peptide bonds. And from the given characteristics, we can infer that the enzyme would be a proteolytic enzyme, as it will hydrolyze peptide bonds. It would be a proteolytic enzyme. And as the enzyme is most effective at 7.8, it means it is present in small intestine. The question is, the source and substrate of this enzyme can be. And the very first option given is saliva and starch, and this is an incorrect option because the enzyme is proteolytic enzyme, whereas the enzyme present in saliva are carbohydrates rather than proteolytic enzymes. Option number 2 is pancreas and proteins, and this is a correct answer to our question because as we have already discussed that the enzyme will hydrolyze peptide bonds. That means it will act on what? It will act on protein. So the substrate of the enzyme would be protein and the source would be pancreas. We can infer it from the information given in the question that it will act at optimum pH of 7.8, and we know that proteases which is present in the pancreatic juice such as trypsin, chymotrypsin and carboxypeptidase, they will act at pH 7.8 in small intestine because they are present in their zymogenic forms in pancreatic juice and gets activated when they are present in the small intestine at pH 7.8. So these proteases in pancreatic juice will act best at pH 7.8. So the correct answer is pancreas and proteins. The next option given is stomach and proteins, and this is an incorrect option because the optimum pH for the activity of gastric enzymes present in stomach would be 1.8 rather than 7.8. The next option given is small intestine and starch, and this is an incorrect option because the substrate for this enzyme is not starch but protein. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 155. Select the option which is incorrect for enzyme catalase. And the very first option given is the cofactor present is inorganic and proteinaceous in nature. And this is an incorrect option and is a correct answer to our question. Because the cofactor for enzyme catalase is organic and non-proteinaceous in nature, prosthetic group, which is heme. Heme is cofactor for catalase. Let's discuss other options also. The next option given is heme is a prosthetic group required by an enzyme, and this is a correct option. As we have seen here, heme is a cofactor. It is a prosthetic group for catalase. The next option given is the cofactor required for optimal activity must be tightly bound to the apoenzyme, and this is also a correct option because these are prosthetic groups which are attached tightly to the apoenzyme. The next option given is it catalyzes breakdown of hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen, and this is also a correct statement. So cannot be a correct answer to our question. So statement 2, 3 and 4 are correct statements. So cannot be a correct answer to our question. And statement number 1 or option number 1 is a correct answer to our question. Now let's discuss our next question.